just begun.
Solomon's reign was marked by unprecedented peace and prosperity. His influence stretched from the great Euphrates River in the north to the border of Egypt in the south and westward to the land of the Philistines. Nations brought him tribute and served him all the days of his life. Solomon's household was vast, and so were his provisions. Each day, the king's tables were laden with the finest flour, choice meats, and delicacies from the land. His kingdom was not only powerful, it was prosperous. Solomon's rule stretched from Tifsa to Gaza, a vast region under his control. But more than that, he brought peace on all sides. During his lifetime, Judah and Israel lived in safety, every family under their own vine, every household under their own fig tree. Solomon's wealth and military might were unmatched. He amassed 4,000 stalls for chariot horses and 12,000 horses, a symbol of his power and a deterrent to any who would dare challenge his reign.
God gave Solomon wisdom, as measureless as the sand on the seashore. He spoke of plant life, from the cedar of Lebanon to the hyssop on the wall. He spoke of animals, birds, reptiles, and fish. His wisdom touched every corner of creation. His fame spread to all the surrounding nations. Kings sent their wisest men to hear the wisdom God had placed in him.
Wisdom is the principal thing, therefore get wisdom. And with all thy getting, get understanding. Envoys from Hyram, king of Tyre, have arrived. Hyram sends greetings to King Solomon. He has always been on friendly terms with your father, David. Now he offers his friendship and honor to you. May your reign be blessed by the God of Israel. Send this message to Hyram, king of Tyre. You know that my father David could not build a temple for the name of the Lord his God. There were wars on every side. There were wars on every side, until the Lord put his enemies under his feet. But now the Lord my God has given me rest on every side. There is no adversary, no disaster. I intend to build a temple for the name of the Lord my God. This is what the Lord promised my father David. Your son will build the temple for my name. So give orders that cedars of Lebanon be cut for me. My men will work with yours, and I will pay whatever wages you set. You know that we have no one so skilled in felling timber as the Sidonians.
Solomon sent word to Hyram, king of Tyre. He asked for cedar and skilled workers to build the temple. David couldn't build because of war, but now Israel had peace.
I will pay whatever wages you set.
Solomon promised to pay whatever wages Hyram set.
Praise be to the Lord today. He has given David a wise son to rule over this great nation. I have received the message you sent me. I will do all you want in providing the cedar and juniper logs. My men will haul them down from Lebanon to the Mediterranean Sea. I will float them as rafts by sea to the place you specify. There I will separate them, and you can take them away. You are to grant my wish by providing food for my royal household.
Hyram kept his word. Shipment after shipment of cedar and juniper logs arrived at the appointed place. Solomon's vision was becoming a reality, one log at a time.
The treaty with Hyram was more than a trade agreement.
It was a sign of God's favor. Solomon had wisdom, provision, and peace. The temple was no longer a dream, it was rising.
By the order of King Solomon, 30,000 men are conscripted for the work of the temple. You will serve in shifts of 10,000 each month. 1 month in Lebanon, 2 months at home. Your labor will build the house of the Lord. Go with purpose and return with honor.
The labor force was vast and well organized. 70,000 carriers transported the stone. 80,000 stonecutters shaped the rock, all under the command of Adonijah.
70,000 carriers, 80,000 stonecutters. Over 3,000 foremen oversee the work. Every stone must be cut with precision. Every worker must know his place. The temple of the Lord will not be built with careless hands.
At the king's command, the finest stone was quarried, large blocks of high-grade stone, cut with precision to form the foundation of the temple. The work was meticulous, for this was to be the house of the Lord.
480 years had passed since the Israelites came out of Egypt. Now, in the 4th year of Solomon's reign, the time had come. In the month of Ziv, the 2nd month, Solomon began to build the temple of the Lord.
The temple Solomon built for the Lord was a master cubits long, 20 wide, and 30 high. Every measurement was intentional, every detail sacred. Every stone was cut at the quarry. No hammer or chisel was heard at the temple site.
The entrance to the lowest floor was on the south side of the temple. A stairway led up to the middle level, and from there to the 3rd. He built the temple and completed it, roofing it with beams and cedar planks. He built the side rooms all along the temple, attached by beams of cedar. As for this temple you are building, if you follow my decrees and observe my laws, if you keep all my commands and obey them, I will fulfill through you the promise I gave to your father David. I will live among the Israelites. And I will not abandon my people Israel.
Solomon built the temple and completed it. He lined its interior walls with cedar boards, paneling them from floor to ceiling. The floor he covered with planks of juniper. The house of the Lord was clothed in wood and warmth. He partitioned off 20 cubits at the rear of the temple with cedar boards from floor to ceiling to form within the temple an inner sanctuary, the most holy place. The main hall in front of this room was 40 cubits long. The inside of the temple was cedar, carved with gourds and open flowers. Everything was cedar, no stone was to be seen. Solomon prepared the inner sanctuary to set the Ark of the Covenant of the Lord there. The room was a perfect cube, 20 cubits long, 20 wide, and 20 high. He overlaid the inside with pure gold and the altar of cedar as well. Solomon covered the inside of the temple with pure gold, and he extended gold chains across the front of the inner sanctuary, which was overlaid with gold. For the inner sanctuary, he made a pair of cherubim out of olive wood, each 10 cubits high. One wing of the first cherub was 5 cubits long, and the other wing 5 cubits, 10 cubits from wing tip to wing tip. The second cherub also measured 10 cubits, for the 2 cherubim were identical in size and shape. The height of each cherub was 10 cubits. He placed the cherubim inside the innermost room of the temple, with their wings spread out. The wing of one cherub touched one wall, while the wing of the other touched the other wall, and their wings touched each other in the middle of the room. He overlaid the cherubim with gold. On the walls all around the temple, in both the inner and outer rooms, he carved cherubim, palm trees, and and open flowers. He also covered the floors of both the inner and outer rooms of the temple with gold. For the entrance to the inner sanctuary, he made doors out of olive wood that were 1/5 of the width of the sanctuary. And on the 2 olive wood doors, he carved cherubim, palm trees, and open flowers, and overlaid the cherubim and palm trees with hammered gold. In the same way, for the entrance to the main hall, he made doorframes out of olive wood that were 1/4 of the width of the hall. He also made 2 doors out of juniper wood, each having 2 leaves that turned in sockets. He carved cherubim, palm trees, and open flowers on them, and overlaid them with gold hammered evenly over the carvings. Solomon built the inner courtyard with 3 courses of dressed stone and 1 course of trimmed cedar beams. The work was precise, the materials were choice, and the result was a courtyard worthy of the house of the Lord.
The foundation of the temple was laid in the 4th year of Solomon's reign, in the month of Ziv. The work had begun. In the 11th year, in the month of Bul, the 8th month, the temple was finished in all its details according to its specifications. Solomon had spent 7 years building it.